Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our new weekly live stream called Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Love this new update, and it's a live stream. And of course, if you guys continue to support it, overwhelming support so far, if you continue to support it, we may see if we can do another day or two of a midday stream. So as you're coming in, let me know if you can hear me, preferably by typing into the room VV Nation to let me know that I'm coming across loud and clear. Not only that, I'd like to see where you're tuning in from. I'd like to see where you're coming from. All right, so not only put VV Nation, but let me know where you're tuning in from. I love that we have the opportunity to reach people across the globe by way of social media, and that's a great thing. That's a great thing. And of course, if you're new to the channel, if you just stopped by and you're new to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you'll be alerted to when new videos like this or live streams like this come out. You will be updated. So Nome, Alaska. Jay, you're not from Nome, Alaska. You're from New York. I've got Canada in here. I've got Atlanta, Kentucky. Kentucky didn't they? They didn't beat Georgia, did they? No, they thought so. Georgia didn't lose. New Hampshire, Texas, Detroit, Calgary. I got a lot of Canada people in here, which is a cool thing. And I know that we're live streaming on the YouTube, on Facebook as well. I'm trying to find, for some reason I can't find it, Joey. So Joey's in the background for me. He will be helping me out. And he just put up a poll. What would you like to see in the, or whatever, what did you put up, Joey? What did it say? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Why does that happen? Would you like to see midday market update during the week? There we go. I'd like to see that. Good question, Joey. So if you guys are supporting this and you like what you see here on the midday market update, let us know if you'd like to see more of it. But Las Vegas. Where's Las Vegas? Do I have somebody here from Novik, Slovenia? Awesome. All right. Well, I got Plano, Texas, New Orleans, Hong Kong. Way to go. I think that's the furthest place that we got going on right now is Hong Kong. And I've also got Israel, Miami. Way to go. Glad that you guys are tuning in today. Today is going to be a great day. So if you're brand new, again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be alerted. And if you do hit the subscribe button, new names are going to come across and you're going to get a little flash in the video to show you that thank you for subscribing to the channel. All right. We're going to do some live updates, what's going on in the market, what's news is moving the market, and I will be giving away a mug today, all right? I will be giving away a mug today, but it was going to be at the end of the presentation before we leave. So you've got to be here in order to get the mug, but we will be giving out a free VectorVest mug today. We haven't done it in a while, so we will definitely do that. All right, and last but not least, before we get started, if you like the content, don't forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let me know that you like what's going on. Man, Pablo says, Glenn, 2024, I told you, I got too many skeletons in my closet for me to be running for anything. All right, so let's get hot and heavy into it. Let's get into the VectorVest software. And this is the home page. So from the home page, we're going to start to get an understanding of what's going on in the market today. Today being Monday, the 18th of October. Nice, cool weather today here in North Carolina. It was pretty chilly. I was looking at Joey. Joey's got a hoodie on today. I don't know what Joey's got a hoodie on for, but he's got a hoodie on today. Told him to turn on the heat. He like, nah, that costs too much money. I ain't turning on the heat now. I'm like, man, just turn on the heat. But right now, looking at the market intraday, wow, way to go, Mark. Mark already gave us a super chat of $25. I got your support right here. Here's your support. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Mark. And just to let you know, you guys are able to put up super chats if you feel compelled to do so. Mark, thank you so much for putting that up there and supporting the channel from that perspective. But again, folks, everyone out there has the ability to put up a super chat for whatever amount you want. You'll never hear me ask for it, but you guys can definitely do that if you want to. So as I look at the homepage, all right, as I look at this homepage, VectorVest is giving me a lot of pertinent information about what's going on today. One, I'm looking at all of the stocks advancing to declining based on the over 9,000 stocks that we have. Look at this. We got a little bit of a mixed day today, right? About 44% of the stocks in the database are going up, where 45% of the stocks in the database are going down. So pretty even overall, right? As we look at how many stocks in the system of buys, we have 1,627 buys, 1,705 sells, and 5,701 holds. We have a little bit more sells than buys, which tells us the market is showing a little bit signs of weakness overall. Here's our color guard, which represents our traffic light into the market. What do you see? A lot of yellow. What does that mean even on a day like today? Be cautious. Approach the market as if you're getting to a yellow light in a traffic light. Slow down. But we do have a green light in our price column, which means the market, or our VectorVest composite, which looks at the over 9,000 stocks that we have, has risen on both the week-over-week and day-over-day basis, giving us a green light. So you got a lot of caution, but with a little bit of a bullish tinge. As we go look at our indices, look at this. All of the major indices on our homepage are moving up. They're not running away. And actually, the Dow is getting to a point, and thank you very much for subscribing to that channel, Leslie. As you look, the Dow looks like the first one that may dip into the red to give us a mixed market. The NASDAQ is the big leader today, up about 0.4%. The S&P is up about 0.25%, and our VectorVest composite is up about 0.2%. Now, we're going to start to look at stocks right from this homepage. I love the amount of stocks advancing compared to declining in a graphical perspective, but I'm also looking at it here, the advances to decline. So two different versions of looking at advances to decline right now, but I like the move from the 9:30 minute. More stocks going up, going down, but as you look at the day, we're pretty dead even. All right, so now let's start looking at what's moving right now in the market from our top sectors right here on the homepage of the VectorVest system. Here's our top 5 sectors as of right now, ranked by our indicator called RT. These are the fastest moving sectors in the system right now. The biggest mover right now is transportation. Now, I'm going to show you out of that sector how we can find what stocks are moving that sector right now. Watch this. Right click. And I'm going to go view the stocks in the business sector, and it's going to pull it up for me over here. All right, so this is the fastest moving sector today. Let's look at the top 10 stocks ranked by percentage price change. I'm going to click on that. So it's the fastest moving sector today. What stocks are moving? Good, googly muggly. We got Aviance something or other. Right click, let's auto fit these. Avianca Holdings. Now, keep in mind that this is in the transportation sector. Here's the stocks. What industry is it in? It's in transportation airlines. Look how quickly we can get that information. So we look at the fastest sector. Let's look at the top 3 stocks that are moving up the fastest. Since this sector is moving so nicely today, let's see if we've got any opportunities. Let's go view the stock graph. Now, this stock has gotten beaten up, but it looks like a nice little rebound today, right? As we look at it, look at that nice open candle on good volume. Now, the stock is not in an uptrend, but this is a stock that's been consolidating. Nice little move today. Let's do this, though. I'd like to see the stock get out of its own way. See this little bit of a level of support at 22 cents. Now, this is a real low dollar stock. I'm going to call this a speculative play. But the sector is moving, and if that's the case, then the industries within the sector are moving, and the stocks within the industries within the sectors are making the stock go up. So I see that the stock is moving up today. Nicely moving up, nice open candle on good above average volume. Something to keep in mind from a speculative play. Let's go to the next stock. Wow, EDRY, transportation ship. Look at that nice move today. Over the last 2 days at or above average volume. Always want to find a stock that's moving above average volume. RT is above 1. This stock is in an uptrend. Keep this stock on your radar. Now, if I'm looking at my moving averages, I'm looking at a 3 and 8 exponential moving average. On an end-of-day basis, they haven't crossed yet, but look at that nice move. Is it too late? I'm going to say no, especially if the volume is behind it. I'm going to say you put in a buy stop order about 12 cents higher than the high. The stock's got good upside to that level of at least the high, which is at the value of $33.94. This stock's got a little bit of up move, but over the last 2 days, nicely at or above average volume, and RT is above 1. I like this. EDRY, keep it on your radar. What else is in here? Euroseas. Look at that. Nice open candle. Volume is picking up from Friday. Found a level of support. The 3 and 8 end of day haven't crossed yet, but nice open candle on above volume from Friday. So the volume is increasing. Thank you very much. Wow. Jay just matched Mark. Wow. Thank you, Jay, for the $25 at the $25 super chat. That's $50 already today. Man, Joey's in the background, and if he wanted to talk, he could. I don't know if he wants to or not, but thank you so much for that, both Jay and Mark. Love you guys, man. That is awesome. I do like Euroseas, though. Nice open candle, very little wick at the top, and again, something to keep on your radar. So how quickly were we able to automatically start off from a midday perspective of what's going on? Right from the homepage, looking at the top sectors, honing into what sectors are moving. Here's another one. Petroleum is up 0.7%. Let's do the same analysis. Let's right-click. Let's view the stocks in the business sector. Let's go see if we can find anything here. We found 3 stocks that you guys could be looking at right now. Let's highlight by percentage price change. Let's see what stocks are moving in this industry. Look at this. IO up 41%. Let's take a look at the top 3 again. Let's take a look at the top 3. Now, this is in the petroleum sector. All right, the petroleum sector overall. Let's look at the top 3. Let's view the stock graph. Let's take a look at them. Wow, so IO must have had some news. The stock gapped up, but look at the pullback. There's probably some profit taking. I do like the 3-8 cross, but watch this one. This has got a big wick at the top. It moved up nicely. Is it too late? I would actually say that more people are taking profits on this stock than not. All right, so from that perspective, I would say wait. Now, on HOILF, 26-cent stock, another speculative play, but look at that. Nice. The 3-8 just crossed on big volume. This stock does have some upside to the value of about 47 cents. You could double your money almost on this stock if it has that upside. I like the move. Watch the little wick at the top of the candle. Just be careful with it. But on big volume, from a speculative perspective, in a hot space, this might be a play. And let's go look at, wow, ICD, Independence Company. A lot of give back here. And we had a lot of give back on Friday. Open candle. The volume is right at average volume, but I don't like the wick at the top. If you decide to take this, though, I would go 5 cents higher than the high. I would put in a buy order at about 5.35 to make sure that the stock is still moving. I like the crossover on the 3 and the 8 earlier back here. The stock has been going up and up and up and up on an end-of-day basis. I like the move, but I'm not a big fan of the big wick. That tells me that even though the volume is nice at average, that the stock has got a tendency to pull back. So just be careful with that. So, folks, right into the onset, right out of the gate, we started looking at stocks from the top sectors, which sectors were moving today, intraday today, and hone in on some stocks that you may not have been aware of to get us off and running. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, let's look at the major indices. Let's go to our viewers tab. I've got some midday Monday market update watch lists that I have set up for you. Now, in this, I really want to pay attention to what's going on with the VIX and what's going on with the IWM, the lower dollar stocks, that kind of deal. I want to see what's going on with them. The other ones, we're going to look on a 4-way graph, all right? The major indices, we're going to look on a 4-way graph. Now, if the VIX is rising, which is the volatility on the S&P 500, all right, if the VIX is rising, that means that people are getting more fearful in the market. But we do want to look at a level. If the VIX gets to a level of about 20, then that tells me that there's a lot more volatility going going on in the market than not, and that bodes well for the market to fall. All right, when people are more fearful in the market, when you start to see this number rise, when people are more fearful in the market, then people tend to start pulling back in stocks because they're a little bit more fearful. I also want to look at the low dollar stocks. The Russell 2000, we're up about 0.2%. Now, let's go look at the other indices on a graph, and I've got them on our four-way graph. Let's look at intraday at what's going on. Here's the VectorVest composite. Let's zoom in a little bit. All right, let's zoom in while we're live. Let's zoom in here on the S&P 500. Let's zoom in here on the Dow. And let's zoom in here on the NASDAQ. All right, let's take the fill mode off. Here's my fill mode. Oh, let's put the fill mode back on. Folks, we're looking live at what's going on in the market. I wonder, I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Look at that. There's the VectorVest composite along with the volume on the S&P on the VectorVest composite. The market's moving. The market, remember, this looks at the movement of over 9,000 stocks. The market is definitely moving. Now, when do you use the 3 and the 8 versus the 5 and the 8? So, Lee, that's a good question. Moving averages are germane to the individual. From a trade perspective, I like looking at the 3 and the 8. It gives me a good entry, and it keeps me in the stocks without having to sweat. All right, without having to sweat. And I like that. So I like the 3 and the 8. I'm going to tell you that whatever moving averages are comfortable for you, use them. But I would implore you to use moving averages, whether you're looking at the market or whether you're looking at individual stocks, to help you to gauge when it's okay to get in. Let's look at the S&P 500. Let's zoom in right here. S&P 500 from the market open went up, pulled back down, a little bit of a leveling. Notice that you'll see these lines on the screen for levels of resistance. The VectorVest software automatically draws those lines for you. All right, how cool is that? The VectorVest the VectorVest system automatically draws those lines for you to let you know where those levels of resistance and support are. All right, now let's go down to the Dow. Here's the Dow. Let me zoom in a little bit here. The Dow is in a little bit of a channel, as you can see, at a level of support here and a level of resistance here. I don't know what those levels are, but that's all right. I can clearly see that the market pulled off of this high, found a level of support, bounced up. We're at the upper edge of the channel right now. Let's see if the market can pull off that high. And let's go look at the NASDAQ. Here's the NASDAQ. All of the major indices are on the rise as of right now. They all had tepid starts at the beginning, but all of them are moving now with for the most part, coming off of their highs. So all of the major indices graphically on this four-way graph are showing us that the market is definitely starting to move higher. What does that mean for us? That gives us an opportunity to find some stocks to invest in. All right. Next thing I want to look at is stocks that have made big news today. Here's my big news stocks. Big news for me today was that from a perspective of Bitcoin, there's going to be a Bitcoin ETF for futures, and it should start today. It should start today. As a matter of fact, let's go see if I can find that story. There we go. So this is big. All right, big news. First, U.S. Bitcoin futures ETF may debut today, Monday, filing says. So that's going to be big for Bitcoin if you're playing the Bitcoin. I'm curious to know, how many of you are playing Bitcoin right now? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you are playing Bitcoin right now, whether it's the actual Bitcoin or it's one of the miners or something like that? I'm curious to know how many of you are playing the Bitcoin space right now, type of 1. TPA says 8-13-21 EMA with a 3 ATR bands work nicely. Love stocks in the TTM screen. You know something? And again, TPA, I'm all about whatever moving averages you want to use or whatever technical analysis fits you, use it. Always remember, though, technical analysis is only based off of two things and two things only, price and volume. You've got a lot of different indicators to go after that. So I'm looking at a lot of people. Bob says he's got ETH, but a lot of people there are typing that they are playing the space. So this could be big for this space. Tom is saying Canadian crypto ETFs backed by coins, not futures. Is that okay? Is that what you're talking about from that perspective in Canada? Backed by coins, not futures. But the U.S. futures Bitcoin may be starting up today. Another stock making the news, Tesla. Tesla Gigafactory Shanghai is as busy as ever as the Y model orders open up in the UK. That's huge for Tesla. Tesla's already the big boy in the EV space, but now they're opening up in the UK. That's just spreading their reach across the globe. Tesla is the big boy, all right? Microsoft and NVIDIA build the largest ever AI to mimic human language. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not sure. Block that. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it's news nonetheless to move those two stocks. Another in the COVID space, COVID-19 vaccine developed by Valneva using Dynavax. Dynavax has been a stock that's been moving. We're going to take a look at that. In regards to another stock, look at this. Primary endpoints in phase 3 COVE compare trial. Dynavax is trying to get to the market as far as offering a vaccination for COVID. A lot of people go in that direction. And this is good. Pfizer, after is the first company that had FDA approval, and everybody's saying, why is the stock going down? Why is the stock going down? A lot of stocks in this space are going down, but Pfizer's getting heavier and heavier into this beyond COVID, because Pfizer's begun phase 1 testing on an mRNA flu vaccine. All right, on a flu vaccine. And I've also seen stories where the mRNA data is being used to go after cancer. This whole technology of the mRNA has been around for a while. It's not just brand new. It's been around for a while, but now coming to the fruition of being able to be used in other things. All right, Johnson & Johnson booster dose gets the green light. So Johnson & Johnson, who only put out the one vaccine, now their booster gets the green light to be used for emergency use authorization. And last but not least, home builder sentiment bounces back despite ongoing supply chain problems. So these are my stories today that have been big in the news. And so here's my list of them, starting with Mara at the top of the list. So as I mentioned about the Bitcoin futures, guess what? Mara's moving. Hut is moving. Clean Spark, which is part of this, even though it's, if I click on it, Clean Spark is in the software business, but they're out there trying to manage the energy use for the miners. So this stock has been on the move because as Bitcoin has been getting hotter, Clean Spark is in the space trying to help to minimize or manage the energy usage of this stuff as well. All right, so I should have asked how many of you are not in Bitcoin, and I probably should have said type in a 2. Sonny would have typed in a 2 today. And who else? Who said no? Moderna is up today as well. I'm thinking that mRNA, I should put that in here as well. mRNA, because that's still my best stock in this space. And look at where it's at. It's towards the middle of the list now. But here's my big news stocks. Hit the like button, folks. And don't forget that we will be giving away a mug at the end of today's session. All right? Don't forget that. And I'll give you the keyword when the time is right. If you haven't hit the like button, please, folks, if you like what you see, hit that like button. Let everybody else out there in YouTube land know what's going on, especially to keep them updated what's going on midday today, live, as we are on here as well. All right. So here's all of the stocks, big news-wise. Let's look at their graphs. Let's see if anything is worth it. From a big news perspective, wow, look at Mara. Mara is taking off like a plane. Look at that. Look at that. Now, as I watch this, look at the volume, look at the relative timing, look at the big the big candle. The stock has been on a tear. And how many, if you're not in it, then wow, something to consider. Vicky says that's a 2 for her as well as far as Bitcoin. Sherry says the same thing. So interesting. I didn't give you the opportunity to tell me if you're not, but you're typing it in here as well. Louis is telling me not in Bitcoin. What's the key word for the free mug? Brian, you're not going to know until the end of the session. You got to be here to get the free mug. So I'll tell you just before I'm ready to give away the mug. as I drink my Cafe Bustelo, which is the unofficial official coffee of the midday market update. All right. I like Mara. This is one of my favorite miners right now. Let's go down. Builder. Wow. Builder sentiment is picking up. Look at this. That's a great way to play this space. Look at that bottom left, top right. Is the train left the station? I'm not going to say that, especially if the sentiment is picked up. The train has not left the station. You can still run and catch it. You can still run and catch it. Volume has been pretty okay. Last couple of days, Friday and Thursday, it was above average volume. Today, we got a lot of trading days still left. We're hitting a new 3-month high on the stock today. The secret phrase of the mug. Oh, what was that? What show was that from, Jay? What show is that? Are you following uranium? Uranium is a stock that we're going to take a look at in a second because that's another industry that's rising. What about Block? It has Mara, Hut, Square, PayPal, safer than crypto stock. So if you want to look at a whole space like BLOK, that's another way to go. You know me, I like ETFs to get you guys into, and Block is a good ETF. I would get you into an ETF to play the whole space instead of having to play an individual stock. Thank you for that, Mohammed. Builder looks good. Dynavax, though, a lot more volatility, still going from the bottom left to the top right, a little bit of a sideways move. The news wasn't enough to really push it today. A little day of indecision, even with the news behind it. So these are stocks that have made big news, trying to see if the news substantiates or confirms the ability for us to get in. Dynavax, I'm not ready to pull the trigger on yet. The 3 is below the 8 and a little bit of indecision, a little bit of a spinning top. So the news wasn't really good enough to move it just quite yet. And then, again, the space, there's Hut. I like Mara. I like Hut as far as the miners are concerned. Nicely broke above the 3, broke above the 8, broke through a couple of levels of resistance, and now hitting a new 3-month high. And it's cheaply. It's at $12.77, whereas Mara's at 52. So if you're looking for a lower dollar one to get into, I like Hut, but just like Mohammed says, if you like to play the whole space, I like the ticker symbol BLOK to play them all. All right, NVIDIA on the news with NVIDIA and Microsoft. Nice move on NVIDIA today. Came off a level of support back here to 388 cross, breaking through a level of resistance that was sitting at the value of 207.57. I think the stock's got good upside, at least to the 3-month high of 230.43. Got about $9 you can make volume. We got a lot of trading day left. Thank you for the like. I appreciate that. Is that the like or subscription? Thank you for that. True Righteousness. It's a sub. It's a subscription. Thank you, Joey. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. So I like NVIDIA, but I wonder if Microsoft is doing. Hold on, I'll come back to Moderna. Where's Microsoft? There's Microsoft. Wow. So both NVIDIA and Microsoft are looking good from the news about the human language. Again, I'm not sure how I feel about it and if that's a big thing or not, but I do. Now, maybe utilizing that stuff will make my Siri sound better or my Alexa sound better. Maybe that can be used in those functions. But Microsoft, right at a level of resistance, sitting at 305.58. Nice move coming off a level of support. Volume is there. I like Microsoft. I'd go 12 cents higher than the high. I do like Microsoft. Let's put it on a 6-month graph. Yeah, I like that it's hitting at that level of 305.58. Possibly if it breaks through, the stock could have nice upside like it has here. So right now, there's the headwind right there. Again, 12 cents higher than the high is where I'd put in my order. And look at RT's about ready to go across. I like the volume. So Microsoft, between Microsoft and NVIDIA, I like them both. Let's go back to NVIDIA. So both of those are moving off the news. There's Moderna, nicely moving up. How about the 388 coming off this level of support, sitting at 293, bouncing up. Nice up day today. Let's see if it can break through this level now of 349.65. I still have a $500 price target on Moderna, and I still think that the stock's got great upside. All right, but I like the bounce right now. Let's go see if it can break through this level of resistance first. Again, sitting at 349.65. All right, let's go to the next stock, CleanSpark. Also, it's in the software business, but putting out software to help these miners manage their usage, their energy usage. Stock's been on a tear, a little bit of a shooting star on Friday with no follow through the day. 3 and 8 are just pulling apart from each other. Volume has been pretty good. RT is above 1. Stock is now out of the downtrend that it was in. It was in a downtrend. I like that it broke above. Clean Spark may be a spot. It is inexpensive, sitting at about $16. I would go about 5 cents higher than the high. What else is in here? BNTX. So with the Pfizer news going after the flu shot, you would think that I don't think that they were together and putting out the vaccine going after the flu. But even with that, BioNTech is moving up. The 3 and 8 are close to crossing. I'd like to see it go above this level of 268.21. This stock's got I've got a profit target on BioNTech's of 465. All right, the stock's got a long way to go. We'll see what happens with it. We looked at Microsoft. Johnson & Johnson, with the news of the booster, not enough to really push it up today. Look at that little bit of indecision. Not enough to push it up today. So, again, this is why we look beyond the news and look at what the stock is doing. And that's what the midday update is all about. To not only just pay attention to the news, but is it worth it for you to get into it? And right now, I'm not feeling Johnson & Johnson just quite yet. So those are my big news stocks. I'm going to go down to earnings. Anybody have any questions? TPA Wingman says AMD soaring. So that's the other side of NVIDIA. Profit, 60% profit at the money, put spread, daily squeeze, 21 EMA, nice run to next earnings. So, I could look at AMD. They're both in the same space. I've got videos out on both of those on the YouTube channel. Even if you're brand new and you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, between Patrick France and myself, we've got a lot of videos out there. We've got a lot of videos out there talking about individual stocks. And I just recently did a video looking at the stocks, even though with the chip shortage in place. All right, so I'm writing down some of the stocks that you're typing in the room. At the end of the session, we're going to look at 10 of your stocks. We're going to look at 10 of your stocks. Your thoughts on Riot. Now, Mukesh, when I'm looking at the builders, Riot has not been as big of a mover. All right, so I can look at Mara. I can look at Hut. Let's go look at Riot. I just put it in. Where did it go? Do I not see it? Mara. I swore I just put it in. RIOT. I swear I just put it in. Did you not see me put it in? Oh, because I'm only looking at the top 10 stocks. All right, let's go look at all of them. That's why. All right, let's go look at Riot. Riot is not as big a mover. Now, it's up today. It's up today. Let's view the stock graph. Yeah, when I look at Mara, when I look at Hut, they have more of an upside to me right now. Riot is coming out of a downtrend. I like the move. Don't get me wrong. I like the move. It's moved up to a level of resistance at 30.80. But if I look at Riot, Mara, Hut, let's go look at all three of those, all three of the miners. If I had a choice, would I take Riot? Would I take Mara? Would I take Hut? Does that make sense, Mukesh? Does that make sense? All three of them in the same space. But if I had a choice, now, let me back up a little bit. Does Riot have some upside possibly coming in as a bottom fisher? Actually, it does. Actually, it does. But the other two are already moving up. And if this industry keeps moving, those are the stocks that are already moving. If I want to take the bottom fishing route, I do have upside to the value of about $40. All right. So, Mukesh, I hear you. So it all depends on what you want to do. Do you want to take the bottom fishing approach as the stock has been beaten down, or do you want to take the approach of the two stocks that are already moving? The choice is yours. Mukesh, does that make sense? That was a good call to have me look at it because that's absolutely, it's all part of the same space. Does that make sense? There you go. Mukesh says, yes, sir. Got it. Thank you. You're very welcome. But it all depends on what you want. I think that Riot may have some better upside because it's been beaten up. But if I want to put my money on what's moving, I'd look at Mara or I'd look at Hut. All right. So let's get to the next segment. Earnings. All right. So we're still early in the earnings season. Still early in the earnings season. Here's some stocks that caught my attention that are moving on earnings. The only stock in the list that missed earnings was PRG, and it's got the biggest movement to the downside. But here's a bank that hit, bank that hit, bank that hit, bank that hit. All of the bank stocks, for the most part, have been hitting earnings. All right, and a lot of people are feeling that the banks are starting to move because inevitably the Fed is going to raise the interest rates, so they feel that the banks are going to be on the move. I think that plays into it, but I don't think that that's the full picture. But banks are making money and they're beating earnings, but the only one that didn't was Progressive. That's because Flo, she wasn't selling enough commercials to get people to make it blow through earnings. Let's go look at the stocks. Let's go look at all of them. So these stocks hit earnings. Let's go see if the news of the earnings is pushing the stock's price higher. Let me go put earnings on. So you'll see that this is an earnings play. I can quickly see that right on the graph. State Street beat. A little bit of a wick at the top. With the beat, though, they blew through a level of resistance sitting at 92.64. Nicely moved up. They gapped higher today. Watch it hit a new 3-month high. Watch the wick, though. On above average volume, RT is rising. I put it in order about 12 cents higher than the high if I'm going to jump on board. Now, Domino's, man, not sure why Domino's has pulled back the way that it has. You would still think that still with COVID, people still ordering. Maybe people are going out more than ordering at home, but during COVID, a lot of these companies like Grubhub, DoorDash, blah, 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 people were ordering a lot. But I think that as people are trying to get back out into the world, more people are going out to eat. Domino's would have been affected by it. So they beat earnings, as you see. They beat earnings a couple of days ago. Not enough to push the stock's price higher, though. Right at a level of now resistance sitting at 467.35. When it beat earnings, it was above that. It's fallen since. Be careful with that. So this is a story where earnings look good, but not enough to push the stock's price higher. Alcoa beat earnings a couple of days ago. Look at the stock's price still running. Is it too late? I love that. Look at that airplane ride. Bottom left, top right, moving up. Not a ton of volatility. Was in a channel, broke out, new high. I would put my order in 12 cents higher than the high. I think that earnings will still continue to push the stock's price higher. PNC, a little more choppy as a bank. A little bit more choppy as a bank stock. As I look at that, read your poll. Oh, Joey put a poll up. Who should choose the mug winner today? Between Jay or Mark? Ooh, look at that. Who should choose the mug winner today? Wow. Joey putting that out there. He's bringing the heat today. Wow, he's bringing the heat. So I guess it's up. You better be nice to Jay or Mark because they may be the ones that choose who gets the mug today. Lou says, also Hood is a very strange chart position. I'll take a look at that towards the end for you. Inner says, laugh out loud, can't stand Flo in the commercials. I like her. I like the commercials, actually. I think they're pretty cool. I think they're pretty funny. I think all of the insurance commercials are all on the same line. They're all funny. All right, so none of the mug winners. Bad messaging by Domino's. Oh, is that what it is, Frank? IR says, increase much higher expected. There you go. So there you go for what's going on with Domino's. But they still beat earnings. So just keep that in mind. Next one, Unity Bank. Another bank. That whole industry is moving. Where's the earnings play on here? Didn't show up. Interesting. Earnings didn't show up. Nice big move on Friday. No real follow through today. I do like the 3 and the 8 on the end of day basis. Another bank. Earnings. They won, they beat earnings, but look at the pullback. Down day today. I'm never going to tell you to buy a stock on a down day. I will never tell you to buy a stock on a down day. All right, so what else is in here as far as earnings? Progressive didn't make it. And the stock has been in a downtrend even prior to earnings. The stock, so maybe Flo ain't doing it. Maybe they got to up the flow. Domino's did not meet IR. When you say IR, what do you mean by IR? That's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Revenues? Glenn, would you mind put your thoughts on aluminum or uranium? Hold on, Mukesh. I'll get to you. I'll get to that. It probably will just be uranium, though. Will probably be just uranium. Frank says analysts got scared due to the messaging mix-up. Okay, so you're saying they missed the revenues. They beat earnings but missed revenues. And I do like Scoop. There it is. Sprinkles. I do. Is that a Progressive commercial? Which commercial is that? Which commercial is that? French Vanilla, Rocky Road, Scoop, the Chocolaka, Sprinkles! Which commercial is that? I know it's one of the insurance commercials. Which commercial is it? I love those commercials. I do love those commercials. It's a Geico commercial. Put it right there. It's a Geico commercial, so I do like that commercial. All right. My good friend Todd bought me some French fries. Thank you, Todd. I bought me some French fries. All right, let's go to the fastest moving sectors. So we looked at the top sectors. Now I'm going to take sectors a step further. I'm going to go to the Unisearch tool, and I'm going to go to Searches Delta Sectors. And I'm going to look at a 10-day RT Delta. So what I'm looking for, not only on the homepage do we see the top 5 sectors. Now we're going to do what we call the movers and shakers. Let's find out what sectors have moved up the most. Ooh, look at that. Over the last 10 trading days, mining is up 38%. 38%. So now you want to talk about uranium. Let's find out why this sector is moving. Let's go look at the industries. Let's see what industry in that mining. And that's not what I wanted. Stocks, I don't want that. Hold on, not yet. Let's go to the industries in the business sector. All right, let's do that. Let's go do that. Hold on, Joey. This is where we get to uranium. So over the last 10 days, look at that. Well, this is just today, actually. This is not over last. We already looked at the last 10 days for the sector. The fastest moving industry, though, is mining uranium, up 9.5%. It's number 7 as far as our industries, based on 221 industries, something like that. It's number 7. So let's go see what stocks are moving in that industry. And we're going to sort by the fastest moving today. Let's go look at the fastest moving stocks in the uranium industry. Look at this. I've got a few that are up over 10% today. So remember, all these stocks that you're putting in, how about we letting LEU? There you go, Jay. You said LEU is moving. How about the VectorVest system is already bringing these to our attention like that? Let's go take a look at these stocks today. Uranium is hot as a sector. The industry, mining is hot as a sector. Uranium is hot as an industry. And now we're looking at some of these stocks. Look at DNN, inexpensive stock. Nice new 3-month high. Man, is the train left here? No. This has got good upside. RT is above 1. New high, $1.89. I put in an order about 5 cents higher than the high. Really good volume. I like this. Now, the stock did have a little pullback. The 3 and the 8 would have gotten me out and gotten me back in to take some more. I love the 3 and the 8 to get me in and out of a stock. What else is in here? FCUUF. How many have heard of this stock? Type of 1 if you have, type of 2 if you have not. Type of 1 if you've heard of this stock, type of 2 if you have not. And thank you for that, Frank. Investor Relations for IR. I'm curious to know, this could be a stock that VectorVest now brought to your attention in a hot sector, in a booming industry, and now finding the stock that has moved up. I'm curious to know. A lot of people have not heard of this stock. That's awesome. Now, it is a lower dollar stock. It's more of a speculative play, but this could now be put onto your radar. The stock is hitting a new 3-month high, very little wick at the top, good volume, RT above 1. Keep it on your watch list, folks. Keep it on your watch list. And again, this is the benefit of being here live midday to see these kinds of stocks. What else is in the space? LEU. Jay said it was in our Jockey Club today, and it looks like Jay will be the one that's going to select the mug winner today. Wow, Jay, it's up to you. Beat out Mark by about 9%. I want the votes audited. Oh, don't start that. Wow. Don't start that, Mark. Don't start that, Mark. But it looks like Jay is going to be the one that's going to pick a mug winner today. So, Jay, you're going to look through the names that are here. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. This is fun. This is fun. I like this. And Jay says, I picked Jay. You can't do that, Jay. I'll go take Mark now. And Les says, a recount? We ain't going. None of that stuff. None of that stuff going on. But I do like LEU. I like the above average volume. I know a lot of people in the room have heard that, heard of this stock, but the stock is still moving. I like that pick. Uranium is a hot space. Wow. Here's another stock. How many of you heard of TMRC? One if you have, two if you haven't. One if you have, two if you haven't. But you know what I like? I like not only the 3-8 cross, but look at the bump up in volume as it's hitting a new 3-month high at $2.15. Look at that. How many of you heard of this stock? And this, if the space is moving, whoo, if the space is moving, how about taking advantage of some of these stocks? I'd like to know if any of you pick up these stocks. Let me know later in, a week or two later, let me know if you ever made any money on these stocks. But this is the idea of looking at these stocks today, midday. I like that. The hanging chad. Nope, none of that hanging chad stuff. Keep your eyes on TMRC. I'd put it in order 5 cents higher than the high. Love the volume, though. Next one, ISENF, another one. Coming off a level of support, the 3 and the 8 cross. This stock's got some good upside to the value of 5 1/4. You got $1.25 that you can make on that. If you're getting in now, I'd go 5 cents higher than the high. Watch the volume, though. Watch the volume. We saw a couple of the other stocks that are moving. I like the volume with it. Volume is conviction. I'm not really convicted on this stock right now, but because the volume is not there, but I got a nice open candle. I can't ignore that. How cool was it that, folks, to be able to go through utilizing the VectorVest system to do a 10-day RT delta, finding the sectors that have gone up the most. Let's run this again. The sectors that have gone up the most in the last 10 days in mining, energy, internet, software, and home are all at the top of the list. And I could go through and then pick out the stocks that are moving. If you found that useful, type a Y in the room. If you found what I just did, just like that, useful, type a Y in the room. And really, if you like what I did, hit the like button. Folks, these live streams are for you guys. And whatever I can bring to the table to give ideas to you, to help you make money in the market, that's what we're here for. But I want your insight. And I see the yeses coming across the room. Folks, if you're not a subscriber to the software, this is the only selling that I'm going to do. If you're not a member of the VectorVest system, you can be for 30 days for 99 cents. 30 days for 99 cents. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YT. /YT. It's for YouTube. So we're giving our YouTube subscribers access to the VectorVest system, 99 cents for 30 days. Hey, VV Nation, for those people who are not part of the VectorVest system, tell them why they should be. So I can tell you, but I'd rather the people that are in this room that are part of VV Nation to let you know what they think about the software. So if you've got any questions, talk to them. Talk to them. My VV Nation folks, talk to the people who are sitting on the fence about 99 cents. 99 cents for 30 days. 99 cents for 30 days. All right. My next one is going to be on industry ETFs. So you know that I like to have you in ETFs anyway, right? Let's go look at what all of the major industries are doing. I'm using the spiders. All right, so if I go up here to the top, let's go see what industry is moving the most. Common services up 0.6%. Energy, XLE up about 0.4%. Spider Trust, real estate up 0.3. Small caps, the S&P 600 is up today about 0.3%. Financial, XLF up a little less than 0.1. materials, industrial. Which ones are losing today? Oil. Oil has been on a tear, right? Because the demand is there, but the supply is not. Oil has been on a tear. It's taking a little bit of a reprieve today. Staples are taking a little bit of reprieve today. So I've got a couple for oil. Utilities, healthcare, XLV is taking a little bit of a reprieve today. Freeport, this is what I use for copper. It's taking a reprieve today. So it looks like precious metals are under some selling pressure today. All right. Jay says, Glenn is very funny in snappy dress as well as a triple threat. He sings, he dances, and he tells jokes. Oh, okay. I like that. What is it after 30 days? Ollie, do me a favor. Before I give out any bad information, go to our main website, www.vectorvest.com, and use our chat feature. Use our chat feature to chat with us in order to, tell them that you're a YouTube subscriber and you're wanting to know how much the software is after the 30 days. All right, after the 30 days. I think that on the low level, you can get the application, the app on your phone for relatively inexpensive, and then you can get a desktop version, I think, for like $69 a month. All right, I believe. But use our chat feature and go from there. And Brian says, and the swing trading coaching group. We've got a lot of different groups that you can attach yourself to better understand the software. All right, so that's what the major industries are doing. I wanted to look across the board to see what was moving. It looks like the services ETF, for the most part, is moving up. Speculative plays. This is in the works. I'm going to start on these Monday sessions. I'm going to start putting some speculative plays for you guys to keep your eyes on, just because I think it's going to be something neat to do. All right, today's big movers. All right, let's go see what stocks are moving today by way of the VEC. Wow, I've got 27 stocks that are moving up the most. Let's go look at the fastest moving ones. I'm going to look at the ones that are all over 10%. All right, I got a lot of stocks moving today, but let's pay attention to the ones that are up at least 10%. And let's go see if there's any room for us to still make money today, right? Let's go see if there's any room for us to make money today. Here's PROG. Progenity, drug biomedical, nicely moved up today on beautiful volume. I would look at 5 cents higher than the high. This stock is a little choppy. All right, so it's a little bit more of a speculative play. It's low dollar. It is more of a speculative play, but if it's moving up, pay attention to it. Next stock that's in here, wow, BTU, Energy Coal is moving. Love this move back here. Nicely ran up, a little bit of a shooting star. Pulled back, found a level of support, sitting at 1240. Is it too late to get in? No. I would go 5 cents higher than the high, so I'd put in an order about 1988. Or if I want to buy it now because it's got a nice up candle today, I would put in 5 cents higher. 1939 is the high. I would go 1944. 1944 if I want to get in now on this candle, or wait for more of confirmation if it breaks above that high. Love the volume, love the move on relative timing. What else? Wow, F-Cell. I actually picked up some F-Cell today. I saw this earlier this morning, and I actually jumped on board with this stock today. A little bit of a wick, but bigger open body on beautiful volume. RT is above 1. Some of my speculative plays are going to find you stocks that are coming with the 3-8 cross early in the move. That's what some of my speculative plays will be. So I'm trying to hone in on what I want my speculative plays to look like, and look at that 3-8 cross and look at the stock's price moving higher. Beautiful volume today. What else is moving? AVTE, another drug biomedical stock, profit taking. Good, googly muggly. I don't have that yet. Joey, we need to get good googly muggly back on one of my sounds, but look at that. That's straight profit taking. Big move. But now, is it too late to get in? I probably wouldn't touch this today. I do like the open candle. I do like the volume. That conviction tells me that it's more so to the downside than not. LEU, we already looked at. I like this stock. Uranium is a hot spot. It's a good spot. This may be a great play. And then we also saw a couple of other plays that were less expensive in this space for you as well. Wow, DV is all over the place. Good gravy. This stock is like, wow. Now, do I take this? This is a trader's play. This is straight up a trader's play. I like the open candle. I like that it broke above a level of resistance at 36.37, but pulled back down below. It's got another headwinds at about 38.15. I like the volume today. Not a lot of profit taking. I would wait for the stock to go 12 cents higher than the high before I jump on board. But this stock is all over the place. Be careful with it. This is another one in the uranium space that we talked about. Lower the dollar. I like this play, and it is lower dollar. It does possibly give you a lot more upside to play on board. I've got a buy stop order on this. I'm just waiting for it to hit. I've got a buy stop order on this stock, and I'm just waiting for it to hit. I like the move, bottom left. I like the pullback, finding a level of support. Let me show you that. Found a nice little level of support and stayed there. All right, it's already dark. Found a nice level of support and stayed there. Bounced up, 3.8 cross, new high over the last 3 months. I like that stock. VEDL, I don't like gappy stocks, because as quickly as they can gap up is as quickly as they can gap down. Be careful with this, all right? Be careful. Nice gap up, open candle, little wick at the top. Volume is okay. Be careful with gappy stocks, all right? So what else do I got less than here? I got no upgrades or downgrades today, but I do have meme stocks. Wall Street bet stocks that have been talked a lot about today. These are the biggest talked about stocks right now on Wall Street bets. Let's go take a look at them real quick and see if there's anything that we want to get into. I do like the move on AMC. I own AMC and I own GME. Nice little move, breaking through a Fibonacci level of 50 on AMC. 3.8 cross volume. AMC is picking up. I got another question. How many of you are playing the meme stocks, especially AMC and GME? Type of 1 if you're in that space, type of 2 if you're not. Type of 1 if you're in that space, type of 2 if you're not. Wow, Jay just gave out the mug. Jay, I wasn't ready for that. Oh my gosh, I wasn't ready for that. Good, googly muggly. All right, if you're playing the meme space, especially AMC and GME, type of 1. If you're not playing this space at all, type of 2. I just want to get a feel. I'm playing the both of them just for the purposes of transparency. Oh, thank you, Joey. For the purposes of transparency, I want to know how many of you, and this gives me a good feel of what our channel is all about as well. All right, I've got a couple of people who are in this space, but more people are not. Interesting. More people are not. Let me just give you some insight on why I'm playing this space, because these two stocks have been way overshorted, and I think that the hedge funds have put themselves in a precarious situation that they're going to have to cover at some point in time. Thus the reason why I'm playing these. Roger Wright won the mug. Thank you for that, Jay. Jay, and Roger says, Jay, cool, love me some chicken dinner. So winner, chicken dinner. There you go. All right, fried. Gotta love that fried. All right, so what other stocks are in this space? Wall Street, Tesla. Woo! Tesla is taking off like an airplane. All right, I showed you the news that they're moving in UK. They're selling cars. That's going to be big for them. Love this stock. It's not a cheap stock. Volume has been pretty steady, but I like the stock. What else is in Wall Street bets? Interactive Brokers, big move today. 3 and 8 are in play. I'd like to see it take out that 3-month high of 73.31. Nice volume today. What else? GameStop, also along with AMC, didn't break through that level, that fib level. I got fib levels on here, but the 3 and 8 are in place. Watch the wicks on the top of these. The bears are really trying to push GME down. VP says, the first time I came across VectorVest 10 years ago, I turned it down thinking it was a big joke. That was my big error. I am now a full subscriber and making money with it. This is the best program. Thank you for that, VP. Folks, for those people who are not subscribers to the channel, that's real right there. VP, thank you so much for that. Joey, we need to clip that for marketing if VP is on board with us using that. I'd really like to use that. As a matter of fact, I can clip that real quick. VP, I want to clip that. New. Oh, gosh. What is all of that? I want to clip that.
I already did it. Move
on. You already did? Okay. Then I don't need that anymore. I love that. Folks, again, for those of you who are not subscribers to the channel, what you saw right there is real, and that was awesome. All right. Now, again, be careful with GME. Noticing that the bears are really trying to push this stock down. Look at the big wicks. Stock is a little bit channeling, but the 3 and the 8 are still positive right now. Didn't shorts get out? I thought issue is all long calls still out long and buyers keep rolling. The buyers are rolling, but there still is over shortage. Who said that? Frank, I've been following. They're both still over shorted. They're still trying to cover the best way they can. And as people are selling out of their shares, they're buying up shares bullish to hope to offset the shorts that they got going on. All right. Not only has VP told all the truth, they have the most knowledgeable and efficient tech support. Thank you for that, Joff. Thank you for that, Joff. For those of you who may not have already subscribed to the channel, I still invite you to do that now. All right? Tell Roger. Oh, Roger, let me tell you how to redeem your mug. You have to send an email to, what is it, Joey? Dang it.
It's the connect to VectorVest.com. It's in the chat.
Oh, it's in the chat. You got to, Roger, you got to click on connect at VectorVest.com. Yes, connect at VectorVest.com so you can get your mug. All right, VP asked for a mug. Joey, that's up to Joey if he wants to give VP a mug. I think that's mug worthy. I honestly think that's mug worthy. As a matter of fact, I'm giving away a mug to VP.
Have him send an email as well, connect to VectorVest.com.
VP, send an email to connect at VectorVest.com. You deserve a mug for that. I appreciate you. That was a little bit of vulnerability right there. I like that, and truthfulness. So I like that. Let me get through these stocks real quick. Cleveland Cliff, not feeling it right now. Remember, these are stocks that are on Wall Street bets, not feeling body right now. Disney, I'm not feeling Disney right now. Wow. Upstart, I do like. A little bit of a pullback today. I do like that. Just keep your eyes on it. Snap, not feeling it. Steel, not feeling it. So those are some of the widely looked at stocks on Wall Street bets. All right, Wild Street stock. Frank says Met shorts on AMC and GME. They sustain prices due to all the calls still outstanding, out almost a year. Market makers have to create market to cover the short calls. I got you. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to probably do a story on the big meme stocks on one of these Monday sessions. All right, I got one last thing to do. Let's take a look at some of your stocks. I'm only going to look at 10. I've got a couple that I want to look at. AQST. I'm taking up 3 of your 10. VEV, L. I don't need LEU. We already looked at LEU. All right, let's go RGEN. RGEN, that's 3. Hood, that's 4. VMAR, that's 5. LEU, we already looked at. CEIX, that's 6. TGT, that's 7. CVX, that's 8. MTDR, that's 9. And FLGT, that's 10. For any stock that you put in that I didn't look at, you can get a free stock analysis. Go to www.vectorvest.com/free. All right, free. And you can get a free stock analysis that I'm getting ready to do right now. So I put them into a watch list. Why? So I can show you which stocks have the best combination of value, safety, and timing. So everyone who gave me a stock, you can see where your stock sits. I do want to look at this one. All right, I do want to look at that one. And you can see where your stock sits in the list by our master indicator, VST. Hood is at the bottom, where Matador is at the top. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 11 have buy recommendations, 4 have sell recommendations, and 3 have holds. I'm not going to analyze them. Let's just go look at the stocks. All right, let's go look at the stocks real quick. Wow. Matador, petroleum, hot industry, rising, new 3-month high. I'd like to find the stock go above that 3-day. How about even as it pulled back to 3 and 8 look good? I like that stock. I give that a hand clap. Next one, CEIX. This is a stock that's been hot. Was running right now, consolidating, moving sideways, even on the pullback on the consolidation. The 3 and the 8 still look good. I'd like to see the stock take out the high before I pull the trigger. Watch volume. Next one. Wow, Target is moving. Found the level of support. 3 and the 8 cross, nicely moving higher. I'd look at 12 cents higher than the high. It's got some upside potential to 267. I like the move. Not only is it moving higher, it's doing so on good volume. So that's a good pick. I like that one, even though it's pulled back. CVX, remember, I don't like gappy stocks. I can probably find a better stock in the space to take than a gappy stock, but I can't ignore that it's moving up. Be careful with gappy stocks. That's all I got to say about that. RGEN, Repligen, this was one of Dr. D's favorite stocks he liked along with NVIDIA. It's pulled back a little bit, but what I do like is that the stock possibly might have found a floor, sitting at a level of 249.15. The 3 is below the 8. So just be careful. I'd like to see it bounce and move up. I've got a nice 3-month high sitting at the value of 327. It's currently trading at 263. I wouldn't buy it yet. I'd like to buy it on the day that it's moving up. FLGT in a downtrend, nice up day today. The volume doesn't back up the nice move today. If I'm looking at an open candle, I'd like to see it with good volume. I'm not feeling that right now. And not only that, it's got some headway to get out of. I'd like to see the stock take out this channel that it's in. There's the level of support. Here's a level of resistance. I'd like to see that happen. Today, though, nice open candle. From a trade perspective, I could take it, but I need some more confirmation if I'm going to stay in it longer than a day. VMAR, leisure products. I'm not feeling that. That stock, man, that stock just doesn't look good. Stock's channeling, but right now over the last 3 days, the 3 and the 8 has went bearish, and the stock is down for 3 days in a row. RT's below 1. Volume. I'm not feeling this stock right now. The stock's in a channel. I don't know what's going on with it, but it's definitely trending down, so I'm not ready to pull the trigger on that yet. VEV, Vicinity Motors. This is a stock that I've wanted to look at because I've got people who, we just got it added to our system. I want to keep my eye on this. I'm not feeling it right now. The 3 and the 8 are bearish. I think this stock has got good upside potential. I'd let the stock come to me before I pull the trigger. It's got great, I've been doing my due diligence on it. It's got great upside potential, but I'd like to let the stock come to me. All right? I'd like to let the stock come to me. Aquesta, I've done videos on this. Someone asked me to do it. I like the movement right now on Aquesta on AQST. Look at this. I'm going to draw a trend line. Look at this trend line. That's a short little trend line, but it's moving up. And the 3 and the 8 just went bullish today. I like that. I don't know much news on it. I'm not going to do news, but I'm going to look at this stock. It's got to break through this level of resistance, though. I got a level of $4.11. It got to that high today. I like the 3-8 cross. The stock does have a 3-month high of about 480. The volume is pretty steady. RT is not above 1 yet. Watch that wick. The wick shows me that there's some selling pressure, but I like that the stock had great upside here. Let's see if we can duplicate that and do it again. All right. XROF. I own XROF. I've owned it for a long time. I've down about 30%. But this is a stock that's got great upside potential, dealing with the electric motor, the electric coil, dealing with electric motors. It's got great upside. It's just a tough stock to sit through. This is more of a speculative play. You got to do your homework on XROF, though, before you go buy into it. Last but not least is Hood. Patrick and I did an all-day stream on Hood when it came out. Stock is just consolidating. It's just consolidating. I'm not ready to take it at all just quite yet. All right, with that, let's go. Where's the one that I want, Joey? There you go. Hey, folks, was that fun? Yes or no? Was that fun? I like being able to do these live. I got you, Joey. I love, never heard of it. Hush, Jay, you know that. I love, this is new. And if you continue to support it, it's getting a lot of views. If you continue to support it, I'd like to eventually maybe move to Wednesday. And then if we still like it, maybe we do a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm thinking that we can get that. But you guys got to support it. You got to view it. Not only that, get other people to look at it. if I can take to the higher ups here that you guys are supporting it, we can get more of these. And I like the idea of settling in eventually on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday midday update. I think that would be cool. Jay, Mark, thank you once again for the super chats today. Jay, thank you for picking the winner today. VP, thank you for your input today on being a subscriber before, giving it up and coming back and making money. For those people who are out there, you want to know 99 cents gets you access to everything that I just did today. 99 cents gets you access to everything that I did today. How many likes? We got 114. How many people in the room? 177. Let's see if I can get more likes before we go. Let's see if I can get any more likes before we go. If you like the information that we did, hit the like button. Really. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I still invite you to do that. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon. And folks, you know something? I'm done. That takes care of Monday midday, baby. That takes care of Monday midday. So until the next time, and all the people that subscribe, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. You're going to help us grow. Thank you so much for doing that. I got a spam risk coming on my phone. Jay is in trouble next time he comes to timeout room for not picking one of us companions who seemed to stay there with him. Now, listen, Joff, I think he did a good job of picking out possibly someone who wasn't a subscriber. I like that. All right? So with that, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.